Loser, you're back, and today, buy, hold, sell. Everyone's favorite series. This time it's on Wednesday because guess what? Friday is the actual roster of this week. Tons of stubs to be made, and today is the last and final advice on the roster update until Friday when guess what? We'll be live streaming. We're going to start the live stream a little bit before 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll go all the way through 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to be pretty busy this weekend getting ready for an internship. So, great and last kind of time for some advice from me on who to buy for the next roster update, as well as talking about what to do with your investments prior to this update, and also a live reaction. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, join the Discord link down below. That's where these questions came from. First up in today's video is Cody Bellinger. He's priced not too high, right? Doesn't seem like people think he's going diamond, but his price is still a little bit inflated because it's almost time for the update. Now, he recently returned from an injury, and in his last 15 games, he's batting .333. The problem here is that in real life, he's batting .382 versus lefties, where you can see the 94 contact already, so that makes sense. But he's got 7 homers, and 6 of them are versus righties. So his power left might come down, and his power right needs to go up. But his contact right, he's batting .200 versus righties in real life. He's got really weird and confusing splits. I mean, his clutch is already pretty high as well. I think Cody Bellinger is going to be a good investment for roster update number 3. Now that he's back from injury, let's let him play himself back into diamond. I don't think he gets diamond this time by, though. Next name that was asked for in the Discord is Max Kepler. Now, I haven't looked into these guys, at all, so this is like kind of my live reaction. Max Kepler, .321 batting average and 84 at-bats. So 84 at-bats is kind of low. He must have come back from injury or something like that, right? Last 15 games batting .408 with 3 nukes. I mean, he's got 3 nukes on the season, and they all came within the last 15 games. That's not too shabby at all. Looking at his in-car game, he's got pretty much the same contact versus both sides, but then higher power versus righties. In real life, if we look at his splits, 2 of those homers came versus righties. 1 of them came versus lefties. I mean, he's got pretty high power numbers. I definitely think he's on the road to go gold, though, for sure. I would hold. I mean, you could sell. I would actually sell. If you can sell at an 81 overall price, that's not too shabby because he might just get a +1 to 80. So it's kind of a risk-free way to cash out right now. But if he does go 80 overall, when a guy gets upgraded, usually it's smart to hold them, not sell them right away. Hold the guys that get upgraded until they give you a reason to sell. So I like Max Kepler. Logan Gilbert. We've been pretty big on him this update, and he kind of shot himself in the foot a couple starts ago. You can see I have a lot of him. Now, Logan Gilbert had a pretty decent outing yesterday until he blew it with a 3-run nuke he gave up after intentionally walking someone, so that kind of hurts. But, we have a formula that projects starting pitcher overalls, and we have Logan Gilbert projected as around an 81.7. So, I don't know if he's going to get enough to get a +1. Personally, I think talent-wise, he deserves a +1. Logan Gilbert's going to be a hold. If you have him, don't sell him, because he's still going to be a buy for roster number 3 to see if he can, start dominating it. This guy has talent, so he's going to be able to play himself to a higher overall as the season progresses. Don't panic. Going to be a bit of a longer-term hold. Man, how many Tylers are about to pop up on my screen? Tyler O'Neill. Tyler O'Neill, are you a gambling man? Ask yourself. Go get some dice from the basement closet and roll them. Roll the dice, baby. I could see Tyler O'Neill getting a +2. I could also see him getting a -2. So pretty weird, right? 265 batting average, 214 batting average in his last 15 games. So he's cold. He's cooled off. But he does have 10 home runs on the season. That's very nice. He's got 8 home runs versus righties, 2 home runs versus lefties. I'm not too sure what they're going to be doing with his splits. I mean, his batting average versus left is .303. That's pretty good. Batting average versus right is .250. I don't know. I think Tyler O'Neill deserves a bit of a boost just because of those 10 home runs. That's really nice, but he has cooled off pretty significantly. I like him as a buy if you're a risky man, wanting that +1, but I also think you should hold him because his price isn't high enough to sell. Christian Walker. Holy, he is not 18K. Pretty similar to Cody Bellinger right now. I'm pretty sure Christian Walker, let's see. Yeah, the fall off is crazy. Last 7 games, batting .192. He was super hot, and now he isn't. .258 batting average, 7 home runs. He already has gold hitting. You can see when you look at the attributes, he's got that gold hitting badge. He's not going diamond, so you should sell him probably. Riley Greene, not an everyday name. Let's see. Hopefully there's a reason this guy requested Riley Greene. Let's take a look. All right, so Riley Greene's not looking too hot. He's got 242 batting average on the year, 138 batting average to end off the roster day period. I mean, not looking too hot at all. He's got a better batting average versus righties, kind of playing to his stats, in my opinion. I would definitely be selling Riley Greene at 200 plus stubs while you can. Pablo Lopez is up next. Good old Pablo. You know, Pablo's taking us to the bank this update, man. He's already priced basically at diamond. Now, the starting pitcher formula we have projects him as an 84.9 overall. That's pretty good. It has him basically going diamond. But there's a lot of good starting pitchers. Now, he's got 44 innings pitched, 55 strikeouts. He's got 8 walks, which is pretty good, 35 hits. Now, he pitches today in an unfavorable matchup. There's a 95% chance that today's start doesn't matter stats-wise. But, you know, if he tanks in today's start, his price will come flying back down. And if he pitches good in today's start, we could see his price closer to 3,000. So you might want to sell at this current price, depending on if you think he's going to pitch well again tonight. But I do think he is on diamond watch and has a pretty good chance of going diamond this time by. So I'd say either sell or hold. Salvador Perez. Salvador Perez requested another guy that's going to make some stubs this update. Listen, man, he's already got diamond hitting, but it's going to have to go a bit higher. 325 batting average on the year with 8 home runs. 308 batting average to finish off the roster of the period in the last 7 games. I mean, they got to just find a way, right? Like with William Contreras, they found a way to make him go diamond. With Salvador Perez, they're going to have to find a way to give him an upgrade, similar to Alec Bohm. Alec Bohm's in a similar spot right here with already having diamond hitting. I like Salvador Perez as a hold, but you might as well sell him because it's kind of risky hoping he gets a +2. And he's already priced at 720, so he's already priced as if he's getting a +1. Don't let fate decide, how many stubs you make. So it's kind of a good sell. Emmanuel Clase, you're welcome. I told you buy him at quick sell. I bought 400 at quick sell, and then I quick sold them to put stubs other places, but clearly I shouldn't. Now Emmanuel Clase, the same thing happened last roster update where his price was over 2,000. And he barely got touched. His per nines are not great in real life. His Ks per nine specifically, his walks per nine and hits per nine is really good. But his Ks per nine is pretty much just, 1 strikeout per inning. I don't think he's going diamond. I mean, really the only reason his price is high is because his ERA is basically flawless. And ERA isn't a direct indication of there's no ERA per 9. So let's be real here. I knew this would happen with this price. Start selling him, man. You're welcome for the stubs. Nick Lodolo. Now oh, man, we're on equipment. Nick Lodolo. All right, I got to stop saying his name. People do not like how I'm pronouncing Nick Lodolo. He's going 81, I think. He's projected as an 81.3 or something like that with the formula. I think he settles in around 81 overall. I like him as a hold. I wouldn't be buying him at 517. I wouldn't be selling him below 600. So just hold Mr. Nick. Had to call him Mr. Nick because apparently I don't know English. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. That's easy enough to say. He's projected as an 81 point. I think it's an 81.5 with the formula. So he's only going up +1 probably. Not the best of starts to finish off the update period. He could have went +2. Kind of sold that. Going to be a solid long-term hold for roster number 3. Once he gets to +1, I don't mind buying in for the next roster update. So I think this is a solid sell. I would just sell. It's at 683. Why let fate decide? Actually, I would hold. I changed my mind. I know it's a little confusing, but I would hold. I think he's guaranteed a +1. Maybe he goes +2. Probably not. But you're basically just selling for 600 now anyway. I would just hold. I'm too lazy. George Kirby. Another guy that that's going to make people a lot of stubs. I said buy a quick sell. The injury had me scared, so I quick sold. Here he is. He's priced as if he's getting a +1. He's projected a +1.7. So he could get a +2 technically. Finished off the update period strong with 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 0 walks. You can't be walking anyone with 97 walks per 9 and 6 strikeouts. So we could see a nice little boost right here. He's definitely going +1. I like him as a buy below 850 stubs. I mean, it's kind of riskier, but he's definitely getting a +1 in my opinion. Chris Sale, lots of stubs made with Mr. Christopher. I mean, this was I was smashing the buy button on him at 1,100 stubs, even before that, but 1,100 the last couple of days. Now he's over 2,000, and he's on Diamond Watch. He's projected 84.7. Can he go Diamond in one update? I'll tell you this. He's playing like a diamond. 50 innings pitched, 61 strikeouts, only 8 walks, and only 36 hits. He's playing like a diamond, but he's kind of an older guy. Are they going to give him a +3 when he's 84.7? I don't know. I personally don't think so with how many starters go. You know, between Chris Sale and Ranger Suarez, who's going diamond? I would choose Ranger Suarez just personally, but I also think Chris Sale, this is a good buy for roster number 3 too. You can either hold him, because if you sell him right now, then you'll get, what, 1,900 stubs after tax? Not too bad. And if he doesn't go diamond, you're buying him again anyway at 1,500 for the next update. So let's see how Christopher Sale's price acts the next couple of days. But he's definitely either a sell or a longer-term hold. Jace Hiromuto, I like him as a buy, man. He's been injured the last couple of games. He's probably on road for a +1 this update, though. 323 batting average last 15 games, 379 last 7 games. He has 5 homers on the season. He's got bronze hitting. Not much has to change for him to get a slight boost. Not much return on investment in terms of percentage-wise when you buy it at 970, but it's a low-risk, kind of late in the game flyer type investment. Alec Bohm, we mentioned Salvador Perez. Now we're going to mention kind of his counterpart, third baseman, diamond hitting already. They got to find a way to give him a boost. He's one of the hottest hitters in the league, 333 batting average. 4 homers isn't great in terms of the power stats, but he's batting, 400 with runners in scoring position on the year. I think Alec Bohm deserves to be an 83. Doubt they find a way to get him 83. I see a +1 in Alec Bohm's future. Jeremy Peña. I am not doing the squiggly thing over the end. We're going to type in Jeremy real quick. Here we go. I see a +2 in Jeremy's in his future. Obviously, he had a sophomore slump, but he's batting 329 on the season, 161 at bats. That's really good. He's got 4 homers. We could see some slight power boost as well. And he's batting 407 in the last 7 games. He's hot. I see a +2, even a +3 in the longer term. I like Jeremy Peña as a buy, honestly, around 600 stubs. Jake Fraley. Now, this is a guy I haven't had my eye on at all. Let's take a look. How many Jakes are there? All right, so he's kind of on gold watch, kind of in no man's land in a dead zone. Looking at his attributes, bronze hitting. That's what I thought. He didn't look too good. 314 batting average with only 1 home run. He is hot. 390 batting average the last 7 games. Let's take a look at his splits. So he's got a 375 batting average versus lefties. Now that is pretty high. We could see a contact boost versus lefties for sure. Let's see where that home run came. That home run also came versus a lefty, which is solid. Now versus righties, he's batting 300. That's pretty solid. We might see a slight reduction in contact right, but I think that he's pretty much playing to that stat. And then 0 homers versus righties. 58 power already. They might maybe reduce it a little bit. I think Jake Fraley could be on gold watch right here. I see a +1 or a +2 in his future. I would kind of wait. I wouldn't personally be risking it at 300 stubs right now, but I definitely could see a world in which he goes gold this update. Danny Coulomb. Take a look, man. How many Dannys are there? All right, so he's also on gold watch, but people are more convinced that he's getting the nudge. 16 innings pitched, 17 strikeouts. Pretty decent. Wow, only 6 hits given up in 16 innings. That's really, really good. And only 2 walks. That's also really, really good. I think we do see Danny Coulomb go gold with those numbers. I just hate investing in silvers that are starting pitchers after the Matt Strom incident last year. I don't trust SDS with however they upgrade relievers. I don't trust them. Brenton Doyle. Similar with Jake Fraley here, also on gold watch. 282 batting average, but a much larger sample size for Brenton Doyle than Jake Fraley. And he's got 4 home runs. Wow, his attributes could not be any worse. Common hitting. I mean, look at his fielding stats and his speed. That is really, really good. He doesn't have to do much to get a boost to gold. 348 batting average in his last 7 games. I mean, listen, I'm going to take a look at his splits, but he's pretty even in real life. 270 batting average versus lefties, 286 versus righties, 4 homers versus righties. I think we see a power boost versus righties. I think we see a contact boost versus lefties. I think we see a contact boost versus righties, maybe a small one. And then power versus left, maybe a slight boost, but he has 0 home runs, so probably not. I mean, I think he goes gold. With these numbers, I think he deserves to go gold. They might give him a +1, though, and then make him prove himself longer term, because who the hell is Brenton Doyle? Bailey Ober. Now, I remember Bailey Ober because I took a look at him a couple days ago. Let's see where he's priced now. All right, so he's priced as if he's getting a +3. And if you look at the buy now, really a +4. 75 overalls, you're not going gold in one update unless you're the best pitcher of all time. 43 innings pitched, 45 strikeouts. With a 55 Ks per 9, he's going to get a boost to that stat. I think that's going to contribute a lot to his overall changing. Only 8 walks and 30 hits. The walks per 9 is pretty good in real life. Pretty solid in the game, maybe a slight boost. And the hits per 9 probably stays where it is, maybe a slight boost to that as well. I think let's give him a 78 overall. Nothing crazy. We'll give him a 78, and then he's on gold watch for the next roster update. So that's Bailey Ober. I'd probably be selling at 200 stubs each. All right, that's the video, man. Buy, hold, sell, final roster update. If you have any more questions, join the membership, join the Discord link down below. Peace out. Let's get rich. Join the live stream on Friday. Thanks for watching.